And now, welcome to the Heels and Quads Wrestling Podcast.
The show must go on, but things must go wrong.
Is what weirds me out a little bit.
It's that I think that's doing it to me too.
I can't tell if it's sexual.
You are nothing to me. You are nothing to me.
Hulk,
And then he tells Hulk, "Do
I
something."
used you, Brooke.
Yeah.
I screwed
you. Yeah. You know, if he says something wrong to me, I'm gonna go, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna big league him."
Look, dude. Do you know who I am, and do you know how much money I've made doing it?
Yeah. And everybody's just having a good old fucking time here. They're having a great time, and that's the beach.
Because it was free.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe
He
another
does it
one,
like
Terry.
3
He
or
does
4
it,
more
yeah,
times.
right. Well, I mean, it's the atomic electron.
Wrestling is so fucking stupid, dude. God, I love it. Yeah, now. We decided to do Fully Loaded 2000, WWF Fully Loaded 2000. It was July 20th.
Shoot.
The crapshoot. It was July 23rd, 2000 at the Reunion Arena in Dallas, Texas, with fans, 16,504 of them. So a little story about this one. Actually, this pay-per-view, it's the last Fully Loaded, which I always like the Fully Loadeds. And when the network came out, this was one of the first pay-per-views I watched, but back when the network came out, not everything had like the video cast where you could watch it on your TV, and my network app wasn't working at the time on my Xbox or TV. So I bought the adapter for my iPhone to hook into HDMI and watch it from my phone on the TV. And I eventually fried my phone's battery because it couldn't keep up with all the
I remember
stuff.
that, actually.
Yeah, and this was one of the first shows I watched because I was just stoked to watch Fully Loaded 2000 because I remember it being a good show, and the cover art is awesome.
Yeah.
Even though Stone Cold's not involved in it at all.
Right.
But I really like the blue Stone Cold with the red eyes and the dice, and I just always liked Fully Loaded. And I kind of wish there would have been like a Fully Loaded 2001 and 2002, but we didn't get those. But I've always liked this pay-per-view. I don't know why.
I remember when Jax was still doing like the Bone Crunchers, and the Fully Loaded line was one of my favorites because that badass Triple H with the purple tights, and it came with the Super Soaker. Dude, that was one of my favorite figures growing up. And dude, this I watched. I don't know if anybody saw on Twitter. Probably not, because you don't retweet and like stuff. But I posted what I was watching while I was watching it. So I started with the July 3rd Raw and continued on Raw, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, Raw, until we got to the show. So like I said, when I said I watched a shit ton of wrestling this week, I did. Yeah,
you were all over the prep for this and the current stuff going on.
It was
that is a lot of
the
wrestling.
storylines going into this were fucking outrageous, dude. I mean, it was fun. You had the Stephanie Triple H Jericho thing, but this is kind of the beginning of Angle coming into that. Yeah. You had Trish and Lita really getting hot here.
Literally.
Benoit getting his first real shot at the WWF title.
Yep. Jericho kind of getting that main event
getting that push
there for a little bit.
Angle finally getting that push.
He did a little bit 99, I think, too. But
and we'll get to it. The bummer to me in this was Tazz had been injured, and this was his first match back on TV. And it was like, I don't know. I'm never going to get over Tazz not getting a push in WWF.
Well, he's as tall as us, so you can imagine Vince wasn't into that.
But, I mean, overall, this pay-per-view is fucking incredible.
It's probably the best show of the year 2000. SummerSlam and this are the best shows of the year 2000.
And we'll probably do SummerSlam next week. Just keep going with it.
Yeah, that would. I don't know what's going on with my eyes right now. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Because SummerSlam 2000 is solid. That was one I wanted to buy at Hastings when it closed, but it was gone. I really wanted to buy that one. I guess Fully Loaded SummerSlam, and I think Survivor Series is pretty good from 2000. All right,
I'm trying to remember those cards.
The later stuff in 2000, I'm not too familiar with. I've watched it all from the network, but when I was younger, I think I might have been. I just don't remember that much back then. That was 20 years ago.
Okay, so SummerSlam is when Right to Censor really gets going, because right here it's still just Stevie Richards.
Val is kind of on that.
Yeah,
on that borderline.
Just cut his hair.
Well.
He got the new music, all that stuff. X-Pac fights
like
Road Dogg at SummerSlam. Eddie and Val Venis. Oh, Eddie and China versus Trish and Val Venis.
Yeah.
Tazz and Jerry Lawler, Steve Blackman and Shane McMahon. Jericho and Benoit, 2 out of 3 falls.
TLC won.
Yeah, TLC won. The Cat and Terry. Kane and Undertaker, of course, because why not? No DQ. And Jericho, Triple H, and Kurt Angle. Yeah, that is a good card.
Yeah.
So that's SummerSlam.
We'll do that one. We should definitely do that. Yeah.
We'll do that next.
That'll work. So anyways, I will be, once again, like I did last week, if you listened, I will be using the 411mania.com review as my notes for this, because the last couple times we've watched pay-per-views, I don't want to sit and take notes. I want to watch the show, and these reviews are on here. 411 Mania's got like everything on it. They reviewed everything. This one's a random network review, and they have different categories of them. But
so they'll be our bullet points, and then we'll just give our opinions.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
We're not ripping them off.
No, that's why I plugged them. And if any of you guys ever want to look up a show and see if it was worth a shit or not, 411 gave this one a 9, which is totally true. It's a great show, so I guess we'll get into it here. The show opened, of course, the video package, and then we get a solid opener that is the Hardy Boys and Lita defeating Test and Albert, TNA, and Trish Stratus. 13 minutes and 12 seconds. It was every bit of 13 minutes was good.
Yeah.
Now, when Lita and Trish kind of went head-to-head in this, Trish looked a little green. Like she was kind of missing some stuff, and you could tell Lita was helping her.
Yeah.
I don't know how – I know Lita was with Essa Rios the year before, I think, and she was a rookie then. But, yeah, Trish was just – she must have just been getting into it here. I don't remember when exactly she came in. But she was a little green, but, man, the match was really good. And the Hardy Boys looked good against TNA.
Lita had just gotten with the Hardy Boys recently before this. They hadn't been together too long, had they?
No, because it was Michael Hayes and then Tori in like the late 99, and then it was in early 2000 maybe that they got. Okay. Yeah, because she was involved in the Triangle Ladder match, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly.
I knew it wasn't too long though. So
no.
But yeah, you're right. Trish was definitely green here. But she wasn't really – I mean, she kind of started out as the wrestler, but then she more moved to management because it was like she wasn't getting it.
She was doing her OVW training probably.
Yeah. But, yeah, this match was really cool. Probably one of the
especially
better
for
opening –
mixed tag.
Yeah, a better opening intergender tag match. It was awesome.
And like kind of a not big pay-per-view, even though Fully Loaded, like I said, I've always kind of liked the Fully Loaded pay-per-views.
I was always a fan of those. I always considered it to be a bigger show.
But yeah, that
especially
was
for the summer, because summer's never been really hot for, I mean, King of the Ring, but I guess. Yeah,
and then that one, I guess that was kind of when it was still the big 5, if you will,
which
King of the Ring. All those King of the Ring, any King of the Ring is better than any modern day Survivor Series. So
absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Anyways, very good match. It was a solid opener. I was very surprised because I never really looked away.
Yeah, I'd give it 4 quads.
Yeah, 4 quads easily. And then the Hardys win, and Albert and Tess start beating on the Hardys, and then all that happens. And then we go backstage with Mick Foley, who is the commissioner. He's Commissioner Foley.
I love Commissioner Foley. And the Raws that preceded this were fucking his time on screen was just fucking chef's kiss.
I have the Commissioner action figure still. I think it's the ones with the Titantron theme songs. I think.
I got out once they switched to Titantron Live. That's when I got out. I didn't like them.
Yeah,
I didn't like the face scans.
Yeah, they were kind of different.
Wonky.
Foley's backstage with Edge because Edge tells him that Christian has the stomach bug or food poisoning, and he's in the. You'll see later, but he's faking throwing up. It's pretty obvious because he's going, "Oh!"
And the doctor's shining the light in his eyes. He's like, "Yeah, he can't go."
Yeah, like that has something to do with that. And then the Undertaker gets to the arena and wants to kick Kurt Angle's ass, and he starts chasing him on a motorcycle.
It's gonna be your ass
because he's
boy.
nearby. Yeah, he says, "Give me your ass." Oh no, that's later in the show. Triple H keeps saying, "I want Jericho's ass."
Yeah, I want Jericho's ass. Yeah.
Yeah, I want Jericho's ass. It played it so many times.
Stuck it to the game. I want Jericho's ass.
Then we get a quick 5-minute match. What is it? 5 minutes and 20 seconds with your boy Tazz defeating Al Snow with his Tazz mission. And this doesn't have necessarily a good rating, I don't think, but I thought it was just fine.
It was okay. It was okay. I mean, it was Tazz and Al Snow, both guys that can work their fucking asses off.
Yeah, I wanted to give some credit. Dude, Al Snow is a fucking underrated worker.
Yeah, shout out collarandelbowbrand.com. Use coupon code Heels and Quads and save some munski.
Collar and Elbow Brand's always got good stuff, man.
And I think your first couple or your first order, I know you get a Al Snow autograph postcard.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You get the little thing. But yeah, there's a match with him and that Hannibal dude on YouTube that's pretty good. It's like a heavyweight match. Dude, Al Snow is in crazy. He's in good shape here, but he's in the best shape now.
Yeah.
I don't know if some of these dudes hitting 50 and they get in good shape. But...
I don't either, man. But he owns OVW now, so he's still running.
That's right. I guess maybe the older dudes getting in shape now has to do with the whole, back in the day, it was just old school bodybuilder stuff, but now there's intermittent fasting, there's keto, there's the carnivore diet, all that vegan and vegetarian, all that shit. But I think there's more knowledge of dieting and exercise now and different workouts, man. I'm on a program I'm starting at Monday called Dog Crap Training. So
Dog Crap Training. Yeah. So anyways, that's just a little. Also here, Al Snow, his U shoot with kayfabe commentary is one of my favorite ones to watch because Sean Oliver asks him who the best wrestler of all time is, and Al Snow replies, "Who do you think? Hulk Hogan." It's not about working; it's about who made the most money.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said Hulk Hogan is the best professional wrestler of all time.
Yeah. There's a difference in professional wrestler and a wrestler, you know. I mean, I guess the debate would be forever never ending on who's the best actual professional wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything in between this. I think it's an ad or something, and then we go straight to the European Championship, which I still miss to this day.
I do too. I love that title.
Man, it was just it was another mid-card belt that was it just made a story. It was there for a story, you know, an extra storyline to have.
I mean, I've probably seen One Night Stand or One Night Only or whatever it is, 97 when when Sean wins it from Bulldog, right?
That's the initial. Yeah. That's the initial, the inaugural European Championship match.
Bulldog won it originally. He beat Owen in the finals on a Raw.
Oh, that's right.
And then Sean beat him in England on that pay-per-view, and everybody was pissed, throwing trash and stuff. Because he's the trash man.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring, and then I start eating garbage. And then I pick up the trash can and I smash the guy on the head.
Oh, that's going to be a disaster.
No, nobody's going to get hurt. I'm telling you, it's like you said, it's all fake.
Yeah.
Did you see that video of Tommy, by the way, on Instagram?
Uh-uh.
Where he's like, I'm the trash man. I'd go in the ring and I start throwing trash all around, and I start eating it.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, from Always
I don't
Sunny.
know.
He's obsessed with Danny DeVito now.
I just know it's funny seeing him because I remember when I was his age and my mouth looked the exact same way because you're losing fucking teeth so much because you're a kid. Yeah. So it's like when you lose those front ones, you're kind of like, damn it. Like, when is this thing going to grow in?
Yeah, he lost the 2 front. Now he's losing the bottom ones. So.
They start coming out like crazy. Anyways, European Championship match. The WWE European Championship. 8 minutes and 10 seconds. Perry Saturn defeated Eddie Guerrero. I believe there was a distraction involved, wasn't there?
Yeah, China got involved a lot, and Terry got involved a lot. The little devil.
That's
Terry.
right. The little devil
she was doing the little
with the hard nipples.
The horns. She always had hard nipples.
I know. It's like it's always cold.
I think she still does.
Yeah.
If we could get a live look in on Terry.
That'd be
not
great.
Uncle Terry.
I always try to. Well, that too, sure.
Well, not that I'm not worried about him.
Well, his Terry's penis is smaller than Hulk Hogan's.
You know that, right? Like,
dude, that video is so funny when the judge is like, "Are you serious?" It's like he's like, "Yeah." Yeah.
Well, Hulk Hogan is a fictional character.
Hulk Hogan's penis is 8 inches, or 10 inches, not Terry Bollea's. And he's like, the judge is like, "Are you serious?"
Oh, man. But I just remember watching that, just shaking my head.
I was laughing my ass off.
And just saying, "Oh, Terry." Like,
he's so stuck in kayfabe. He's like, "I'm not breaking kayfabe."
No, he's not.
You'll
work yourself into a shoot, brother.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me, brother. You know, another thing I wanted to say about this show, too, and with this match, everything had a story. Like, everything had a reason why it happened, and every match, it's not just some thrown together, "Oh, he's going to be the number 1 contender." There it is. They're going to be on heat for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like even Eddie and Saturn and all the matches had somewhat of a backstory.
Because they were in the Radicals together.
Yep.
And then they split. D. Malenko here is the light heavyweight championship, which I missed that belt too. And then Benoit is obviously in the title picture, and then you've got these two going head to head. It's just it was a great time for wrestling, and I feel bad for people. I really do, that didn't get to enjoy it. And I hope that people listen to this and watch it and go back and actually watch the show and see what we're talking about. Because this whole fucking show, top to bottom, is good. But
yeah,
like you're saying. Like, I mean, from fucking 90, I want to say I'd say 96 at least 96, but even throughout the golden era into the new generation and the Attitude Era, every single match, like you go back to WrestleMania 3, every match had a reason why it was fucking happening.
Yeah, there was. Like,
at what point did Vince McMahon lose his fucking marbles and just go, "Yeah, let's just throw some shit together, pal"?
I don't know. I guess that's a discussion for another day. I don't get it.
That's the question of the ages, I think. Saturn.
Anyways,
and Eddie.
Saturn hits the elbow drop off the top rope onto Eddie's kidney and gets the 1, 2, 3. And actually, that elbow, it was sold really good by JR and the King because they're like, right on his kidney, and it's like, yeah, that would hurt. I'd probably,
I probably wouldn't get kicked out at 3 either.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, Perry Saturn is the new European champion in 8 minutes and 10 seconds.
This is actually one of my favorite Saturn matches.
He's got some gems hidden around in the 2000s area, like the early 99 and 2000.
I mean, I really liked him in ECW, but I mean, some WCW stuff was okay, but WWF, this is probably I would say probably one of my top 2 or 3.
Radicals and post-Radicals is the best time to watch Saturn, period. And then Edge and Christian they finally get caught faking the stomach bug or the food poisoning or whatever it is. And Foley comes in and he sees him doing the thing. He
peeks over the stall and he's got a cup in this bucket and it's got like soup in it. He's looking up. He's still doing it while he's looking up. He's been caught. I mean, that's
And then
great.
Christian's like,
Edge and Christian were so fucking great during this time. I mean, they've always been
dude.
two of my favorites, but man, this for those with the benefits of flash photography, that's this time.
And then it was good stuff, man. And then Michael Cole interviews The Undertaker, who says that they'll need to surgically remove his foot from Kurt Angle's ass after tonight. And then Kurt is seen on the monitor. What a coincidence! At the exact same time, trying to mess with the Taker's motorcycle, but then Taker chases him away. And is that when Kurt hits him in the knee with the
wrench? Yeah,
with the rubber wrench. Dude, that thing was a rubber wrench. I know it was.
Well, did you see how fucking gigantic it was?
Yeah, and not to say there's not wrenches that big, but that thing was goofy looking.
Yeah.
It was a fucking rubber wrench.
That was a fucking Roger Rabbit wrench.
Yeah. And then we get the tag team championship match, Edge and Christian versus the Acolytes. Edge and Christian come out and just get major, just cheap Dallas heat.
Yeah.
Just straight up. Just fucking cheap heat it, man. And it's funny because when they were doing it, I was like, they were just talking to Foley. So you got to wonder if Foley's like, go get some cheap heat. But of course they kind of did that anyways.
Yeah.
And then they did the flash photography thing, and then the Acolytes music hits right when they're about to start. And then Bradshaw gets the cheap pop because he's like, dude, the crowd was hot for this too. Like Bradshaw, they were loud for Bradshaw when he was like, I'm from Texas and I'm going to whip your ass and blah, blah, blah.
And he's blown up.
Yeah, he's really yeah. Big time. And then they go on to have a pretty good match. It wasn't too bad. I think it was fairly short, wasn't it? Yeah, 5 minutes and 29 seconds.
Yeah. And then was it Edge that hits Farouk in the back of the head with the belt?
The belt, and then they get
after
DQ'd,
the Dominator, and then they get DQ'd.
Yep.
So yeah.
So and it was a way to keep the heels going and keeping them.
And we're getting to that point where the Acolytes become APA. Like we're almost there.
Oh, were they not? They weren't.
They
were
still
that's
the
like
Acolytes
2001.
Here. Yeah,
because
we're getting to that point where they get super hot.
And they get the door. The fucking door just sitting in the. God, I love that shit, dude.
I cannot fucking wait for that shit.
I love the door so much because they're like, somebody walk in, they go, you need to go knock. And then they go back and knock on it. Oh, the APA was awesome.
I'm trying to remember who it was the one time they tried to go around instead of going through the door. And they're like, no, go through, use the door.
Yeah.
They try to walk around it. Yeah.
Anyways, the DQ happens. Let's see here. It shows WWF New York. Big Boss Man's there, and he IDs that dude.
Yeah, and drinks.
And then
beer.
he takes a drink of his beer. Yeah. And then it shows Stephanie and Triple H, and Stephanie tells him that if he's so upset about the flowers, then he should go confront Kurt Angle because it says it's true, it's true.
Yeah,
and then
on the card. She keeps getting flowers delivered. And
he's like, who do you think that is? Who is that?
Look at my giant schnoz.
Wank. And then he goes to go for Kurt, and then we see Kurt running from the Undertaker backstage. Oh, and this is when he tricks Undertaker and nails him in the knee with a wrench. And then 401 Mania says there are too many backstage segments, I can barely keep up. I disagree with you.
No, I love
good.
the backstage segments, especially at this time, because they're keeping the story going. It's nice. A little refresher.
Keeping you interested, man. Yeah. It's not like
sports
stupid
entertainment
backstage segments.
No, if it was just like, whatever, but no, it's good. I liked it.
Then we get the Intercontinental Championship Steel Cage match, Val Venis with Trish Stratus. She comes out in a different outfit, still hot, versus Rikishi.
If you were wondering. For those of you keeping score at home.
Steel Cage match, Val Venis, Rikishi, 14 minutes and 10 seconds. This was a very entertaining match. And also, Rikishi, I figured Val would blade a little earlier in the match because, he took shots to the cage like 5 times. Like Rikishi was just constantly throwing him in the cage. And I always love that spot in the chain link matches, and really any of them, but the chain link one especially, because it's like, if anybody's ever touched one, there's those little pieces on it that are sharp.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's give to it as well. That, but like the old cage was clanky, so that also made it fun too. But yeah, man, this was another one. There wasn't really a match on the card that I didn't like. Like this one was another one, and Val Venis and Rikishi. Rikishi was kind of getting that little push around this time too, because later in the year that's when it's said that he did it. He ran ran Stone Cold over for Triple H. He did it for The Rock, actually. Yeah. So Rikishi's kind of getting that push right here. He's Samoan, so that helps. But
it's funny because it's true. Come on, we know.
Yeah, exactly. Val's got the short hair here.
This match, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it, because this is one you don't want to miss. It's such a good fucking match. And Keish doing the splash off the top. Holy shit, dude. Like he climbs up in the corner, and then he just kind of scoots across, and then he just goes, and then just fucking like falls. And I'm like, holy shit. I expected Val to just turn into fucking dust at that point.
And it was really clean too. Like you can tell they're both professionals.
Yeah.
Dude, it was neither of them. It didn't look like it hurt either of them, but it looked good.
Yeah. It's a
like
shame.
It looked like it hurt, but it didn't.
It's a shame that Val never really got that, upper mid card, even, maybe more of a title shot. Because, I mean, he was over like, fuck, man.
Dude, the Val Venis character. I've always wanted to interview him. I know a long time ago I messaged him on Instagram and I said, would you want to get on the show? And he was like, yeah, I'd be interested in that. And I've always wanted to ask him, who came up? How did the Val Venis character come about?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to know.
I know the full story.
Thing, but...
Yeah, of course it's a fucking Vince thing. Ooh.
Little Pootski. Anyways, that was 14 minutes and 10 seconds. The splash is obviously the big spot. What was the finish again? It was Tazz hits. Rikishi's going for the door, and Tazz hits him with did he hit him with a chair, or did he hit him with the camera? That's what I thought. Yeah. Tazz appears and hits him with the camera, and then Val hits the pin to retain the belt. And then Triple H finds Harvey Whippleman, who is delivering more flowers to Stephanie McMahon for Kurt Angle. Triple H demands to find out where he is, so Harvey takes him, but Chris Jericho is in there instead, and the door's slamming.
Yeah.
Like that much shit is happening in there that the door is just beating on the hinges. And then it opens up, and Jericho comes out, and he's like, "You son of a bitch!" He says some Jericho thing and walks off. Well, Triple H is laying there. And then Shane McMahon comes out in the Rock shirt and challenges the Rock, and they're like, "This must be a trap," blah blah blah. And then it shows the Titantron, the screen as Benoit's back there messing with the Rock's his $700 shirt. That's
he's pouring oil on it and shit.
It was, you can tell his talking skills were not very good right here, Benoit, because he was kind of it was just such a stiff, like, this is happening right now. I'm going to destroy your. Yeah, it was just.
I'm coming to this town and I'm going to do this to you.
Exactly. I'm going to adjust myself here. There we go. A little flash for the camera. Oh, no, that's only on Patreon. And OnlyFans.
Yeah, well. And I put up feet pics on OnlyFans if you want to see my feet.
Yeah, that too. Uncut toenail feet pics.
With the black bottoms. And I'm wearing
you gotta love
white capris.
I got a text. Gotta love the black.
Mariah's saying, hurry the fuck up, I'm ready to go eat.
Probably, I don't know. It was somebody. We get Kurt Angle and The Undertaker. And I know I listened to the fully loaded 2000 review on
Something to Wrestle?
Grilling JR
did
it. And I guess Meltzer said that this match wasn't really good and it was a clash of styles and blah, blah, blah. I thought it was just fine.
Yeah.
7 minutes, 34 seconds.
It wasn't really given a lot of time to be anything.
Yeah, because they brawled in the crowd at first, or they did that little brawl before the match. But, yeah, it wasn't exactly. It didn't have 20 minutes to be a stellar match, but I thought it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
The Undertaker wins. He is toying with Angle a little bit. He goes to pin him, and then he pulls him up, and he's like, and then later at the end of the match, he gives him a choke slam, and then he doesn't pin him there. He does the last ride. He's got the tights all pulled out, drops him. And
Undertaker's only been Biker Taker at this point for what, 2 months?
A month or two. It was Judgment Day 2000, yeah.
So, so we had King of the Ring before this, so before that was Judgment Day.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 2 months, yeah. Yeah, I forgot.
So May, June, July, yeah. Okay.
So he hits the last ride, wins. Yeah. And the crowd's hot for him. They liked it at the time, I guess. So
except for me.
Except for you, yeah.
I will say this. I like his promos as American Badass.
Because they're not, I'm a dead man and I'm going to kill you. Yeah. That stuff becomes kind of like, oh, he's going to say it. Everybody's going to pop, you know. Yeah. That's what I liked, I think, about Biker Taker is like, it was something
he'd like come out with a big old fucking chaw and a spit cup and
is it Redman?
I think he was chewing Redman at this time, yeah.
Yeah. And then we get the video package for Chris Jericho and we got low battery showing up. We gotta take her home soon. I got 20%. The video package for Chris Jericho and Triple H.
Stuck into the game. I want Jericho's ass.
It shows the whole Chris Jericho kissing Stephanie, and I don't remember if this was the time where he was calling her a trash bag hoe.
It is.
But that was always.
Oh,
good.
Is
it?
That's
what it was. Okay. And then it's a last man standing match. Apparently the second in WWE history. I did not realize that it was only the second in WWE history, but yeah.
Did they say that on commentary?
The first one was, yeah.
As I watched this late last night. Yeah, I didn't finish till like 1:30ish.
Oh yeah. The first one was The Rock and Mankind.
Okay, at Rumble.
At Royal Rumble or whatever, yeah. And this one went for a while. What was it? This is the longest one on the card. 23 minutes and 11 seconds. Triple H dominates the first, 3/4 of the match. And then Jericho kind of makes his comeback. Looks really good. But he looked good throughout the whole thing because he kept coming back. And Triple H sells it, too, where he's like, what the hell? Like, this dude is – but Triple H beats the hell out of him for quite some time. And then Jericho finally starts to come back. And they go outside the ring. The chair shot, of course. Triple H blades. He's bleeding like crazy.
Oh, he was fucking gusher, dude.
He was a gusher.
It was good.
This is definitely the best match on the card.
Yeah, this is fucking. I would give this 5 all day.
Yeah,
every day. This is my favorite match in their feud. This is better than Mania. If this match would have followed Rock and Hogan, they might have actually got a little bit of a better reception from it.
And the crowd would have been wore out.
Yeah.
You were saying the table spot? That was
the table spot.
Finale.
Yeah. It seemed like, especially at this time, any match with Triple H, you were going to get that spot.
And you were going to get some blood, and you were going to get just the cerebral assassin.
We got blood in this, and we got blood in the cage match. We got blood in this match. And blood in the main event, right?
Yes. Rock took a chair shot. Yep. The only thing that they could have did differently was instead of the suplex through the table, if it was a pedigree, it would have been like a better finish to what was it's all right, it's fine, but that would have made it more of that's what put Jericho away, but also it's like Triple H just did what he could because he was wore down.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that he just stood up at 10 and then went back down. He just did it because he had to win, and Jericho's just out. But man, if you don't watch, you should watch the whole show, but if nothing else, this is the match to watch on the show. The whole show's good, but. And
in doing that, him falling back down after the 10 count, it's not burying Jericho. It's making him look strong. He pushed Triple H to the fucking limit. He gave it everything he could, and Triple H almost didn't make it. So that's good fucking storytelling right there.
That is, man. And Triple H was obviously he wasn't that stingy with his character because he did help a lot of guys out. So
speaking of Triple H, before we move on to the main, Did you see on WWE Shop there are Triple H and Motorhead like collaboration shirts?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they have like a Motorhead King of Kings, Motorhead the game with like the Motorhead logo and everything. It's pretty badass.
If
Actually,
they weren't like a
kinda
blanket, I would buy it. Yeah, you know,
But
it's a fucking blanket.
they're good because Motorhead shirts at Hot Topic are pretty soft.
Yeah,
I might look
I don't
into
know.
it.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm into that. And then we get the video package for the main event, and then the main event, the WWF Championship, The Rock versus Chris Benoit. This was Benoit's, I think, his first main event, like title match in
WWF. Yes.
I thought he had one in '99, but I must be wrong. I'm thinking of Jericho. I think.
I know he gets one later on again in 2000.
Yeah. But this one went 22 minutes and 9 seconds, and another one, man, just a good match. If nothing else, if you don't watch the full show, watch the Last Man Standing, and you'll ride into this one because you won't want to turn it off.
Yeah, agreed.
Triple main event.
I really like watching Chris Benoit's matches. Obviously, we have to say
They're
every time we
good.
talk about him, you know, what he did outside, you know, don't do that shit. But
this is Chris Benoit, the wrestler we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're not talking about the fucking human being here.
Yeah, at this point, he is fucking on, dude. And like the diving headbutt and the crippler crossface and everything, and just his fucking intensity in general is just fucking off the chain. If I can use that phrase. Are the kids still saying that? But this whole story going into it, you're like, why the fuck's he with Shane? Like, that's stupid. But then you realize, oh, he's getting him a title shot. That's why he's with Shane. And just the whole build to this match is really good. The Raws and SmackDowns when they're going back and forth with The Rock, and The Rock's just fucking, you know, just killing him on a promo. And Shane's not a bad talker. But you were saying with Benoit, that actually makes sense now that you're saying that. Like, he wasn't very good in that locker room bit before, because maybe that was one of the reasons why they put Shane with him, and it
just
made
to kind of
sense talk for him, because that was his weak point at this time. Now, when you get to like 04 when he wins the title, he's pretty good. He's pretty solid on the mic.
He's still not like The Rock or Stone Cold, but he's like, he is a champion on the mic. You can tell, like, it's all right. Because right here was just, like I said, it was just such a stock promo, you know?
But it's kind of shitty, though, that it takes him 4 years to get to that point. And that's why in 04, when it happened, everybody was so hot for it. And the same with Eddie. Yeah. Like, when Eddie won, I will never forget that fucking night. Because it was
literally the build from late WCW to this. And it's like, finally they got their due, man. They got what they worked for. So...
But at the end of this match, you get the dusty finish. Benoit thinks he's won the title because Hebner calls for the bell because he thinks The Rock hit him with the chair. It wasn't The Rock. It was Shane with the diving chair. Which was killer. And then you got so Benoit's walking away with the belt. Here comes Foley out. And he's like, just walks right past him, goes, and he says, nope, restart the match because, you know, it wasn't The Rock that hit him with the chair. It was Shane. They restart the match, and then
he says there won't be he said no something about disqualification like 3 times.
Yeah.
And also Triple H said he wanted Angle's ass and Jericho's ass. He wants Jericho's ass.
Gotta have that ass.
He wanted that ass. But yeah, Rock and Benoit, this one was right up there with the Jericho and Triple H match. I mean, it was these two back to back, dude, is like, just watch them. They're fucking both good matches because it's two WCW guys doing it.
It's almost an hour of wrestling.
But it's good. It's so good. These are probably 2 of the best matches of the year 2000 of wrestling. You know, like it's just that
definitely
good,
better than any WCW bullshit they were putting out at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, what would this have been? Bash at the Beach or Great American Bash or something?
This would have been Bash at the Beach. So 2000 was Hogan and Jarrett, and then you got Booker winning the title. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I like that stuff. That Bash at the Beach had some good moments, but this blows it out of the water for sure. This is a good pay-per-view, man.
If anybody ever watches Bash at the Beach 2000, which I guess we probably should have done that this year, but we missed it.
No, we can still do it.
Man, one of these days.
Maybe we'll do it next week, and then we can do SummerSlam after that.
You want to do
Is
that?
next week August?
Yeah, next week's August, but it's early.
We'll figure it
It'd
out. We'll figure
be
it out.
August 3rd. That's not bad.
We'll figure it out. We'll text about it.
Yeah. Or we won't.
We're doing our dirty laundry thing, or we won't. Or I'll ignore you.
And then he'll text me 2 days later and be like, oh, shit, I totally forgot to respond to your text.
Well, sometimes on my days off, I shut my phone off because it's.
I don't blame you, dude.
It's just, dude, people don't leave me alone. And it's not, I'm not talking about you. Like, it's, dude, everybody's texting me. And I'm like, why? Like, because it's like they know, oh, Levi's off on Monday. Let's talk to him. I don't want to talk. I want to be alone.
I usually only text you when I know you're at work.
Yeah, because I'll answer at work.
Or I'll text you, like, kind of later on in the night, like 9:30. I try not to text past. I try not to text people past like 10 o'clock because I think that's just rude.
It's I mean, if it's one of those people you know that's up to like 4, that's kind of a different story.
I mean, if we're having a conversation that goes past 10, that's different.
Yeah, I'm awake. It's all good.
Yeah.
And usually, like, even if you do text me late, it's not going to affect anything because my phone's on vibrate. I'm not going to hear it. Well, that too, yeah.
Same with me. People text me, like, I've started going to bed super fucking early, and people text me late or call, and I'm like, I see it in the next morning. I'm like, man, not answering that fucking text.
Yeah,
like, don't
exactly.
fucking text me that late. That's so fucking fucked up. During the week, no. Weekend, yeah, that's fine. Saturday and Sunday, I don't give a shit. Text me at 2 in the fucking morning. I might be up.
My phone is actually on the verge of passing away right now, so
that's crazy. I think this is the first time since I've known you I've seen your phone almost go dead.
I know. I always have it charged, man.
I'm at 69%. If you can see.
All right, we'll take it home.
There's
Watch
your
Fully
little bit of
Loaded
comedy.
2000 because it is a solid show from top to bottom. You gotta watch it.
Yeah,
Can't recommend it enough.
Watch Bash at the Beach 2000 because we're going to do that next week. Which
yeah,
we should be good for Monday, right? This week.
we should be. I'll let you know. That is still kind of questionable.
Okay,
because
I know I can't do it
going on that day.
I know I can't do it Wednesday because that's when we go back to Little Rock, so I can't do it Wednesday. But if like we needed to do it like Thursday, like we're doing, that's fine. Tuesdays.
Okay.
I might work Tuesday night, so I don't think I'll be able to do it.
We'll figure it out. I don't know what the sitch will be on
All right,
Monday.
go get your seafood. I'm going to go make some chili and watch the Yankee game. It's already on, but it's okay.
All right.
Yeah, now.
Follow us on Twitter, Heels and Quads Wrestling Podcast on Instagram. Hit us up on Patreon. Use those coupon codes. CollaranElbowBrand.com. 10% using coupon code Heels and Quads in all caps. ProWrestlingTees.com/Heels and Quads. That's our merch store. What's the other one?
Patreon.com/Heels and Quads.
That one. Yeah.
Go Green Hemp.
Go Green Hemp, Heels and Quads in all caps. Check out. That's 15% off your order, which is some great hemp over there. So do that.
Man Can Wine, 25% off and free shipping.
And yep, there it is. So we have deals for you. You just got to take advantage of them.
And like retweet shit once in a while, people. Come on. People!
There goes.
Can't
there
you
goes for me,
hear?
too. I need to get on there.
Ooh.
All right. Well, that does it for this week's show. We will see you next week sometime talking about something.
Bash at the Beach 2000.
There it is. All right. Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Bye.
God bless and good night.